the Structural Genomics Consortium was established in 2004. Back then, when we have barely heard of the term open innovation or open source in biomedical research, because arguably until today, right, until very recently, many groups still see themselves working in competition against each other, and that's the interesting part of the word, against each other, instead of actually joining the forces to tackle common problems, which is try to understand the biology and therefore how to come up with better medicines to treat conditions. Now, we've been practicing open science because we believe that by making everything publicly available as fast as possible, we will be actually fulfilling one of the major roles in society of the scientist, which is to grow the science so we can have better ways of exploring, understanding, and coming up with solutions.
What we do in the policy paper is we take a look at the experience of the Structural Genomics Consortium. We also look at other experiments in open science, open source drug discovery. And then we step back and try to understand how to strengthen that component of the drug discovery ecosystem. The challenge for us is, first of all, to strengthen the open science component of that system, and not necessarily in radical opposition to proprietary models, but as a complement to those in many cases. And also we wanted to analyze how to extend the principles beyond the early stage drug discovery work into other segments, downstream segments of drug discovery, because that's where I think the challenge is going to emerge. Once you have identified a promising target or a promising molecule and you need to make huge investments in clinically evaluating those candidates, how do you extend the principles of open science without preempting for-profit commercial organizations from taking over?
I think the open science model has enormous potential. What we've been trying to look here, Javier, myself, and Chas, is to try to capture from many, if you like, organically growth initiative, which are the common lessons. So we can actually coalesce into a series of recommendations to policymakers to actually strengthen the model. Because I think that's important. When we look at these different initiatives, the commonalities can actually be harnessed, and with the right instrument, policy instrument, or the incentive instrument, or even a cultural change in the way that our different communities look at open science, that could actually create a completely new ecosystem, as Javier was alluding to, where we have all the actors participating real time into designing new solutions, right, for healthcare.
I think in the longer term, the desire would be that the principles that the Structural Genomics Consortium and others embody lead to new, better, more affordable medicines.